Welcome to the mesmerizing world of Handmade by Ying with Donna, the YouTube quilting channel that's capturing hearts everywhere. With creativity as its needle and passion as its thread, this enchanting digital oasis weaves together a tapestry of inspiration and artistry. From beginner-friendly tutorials to complex masterpieces, Handmade by Ying with Donna has something for quilters of all ages and levels of expertise. It's a place where innovative techniques ignite your imagination, where colors burst with vivacity, and where every stitch tells a story. So grab your fabric and thread and join our global community of quilting enthusiasts. Together, let's sew a symphony of beauty, one square at a time. Let the quilting magic begin.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is January 30th, 2024 and it's 7 o'clock p.m. And tonight, boy, do I got a project for us. I'm always up to something over here. I've got my temperature quilt. I've got a donated quilt behind me I'm going to talk to you about. And the list goes on and on. So before I do anything, I'd like to welcome you all here. And I'm going to slip into the chat for just a minute. Welcome everyone. And then I'll get back over to where we're going to get to working. So let me slip up to the top. Let me see, Melissa. On the fence about Accuquilt and about to make the jump. Girl, I'm telling you, you're going to love it when you do. Make the jump. Guess who, Nancy? Hi, y'all. Hi, sweetheart. Donnell, hello, everyone. Day is in the house. Hello, sweetie, and thanks for modding tonight. Hey, Day, how you doing? Excellent, and you know more soreness from your fall. Donnell, I hope that you are healing and everything is better now. Catherine, hello, sweetie. Teresa, hello, hello. Tammy, hello, everyone. Let me see. Denise, hello. Let me see. I'm just skimming the chat. Brandy, hello. Prayers for Harper, thank you. And I'll give a little update on Harper in just a minute. Jersey's in the house. Hello, sweetheart, and thanks for hopping in tonight. Melissa, Rebel's in the house. Hello, hello. Janine's in the house. Howdy, quilty friends. And she's giving you a lot of love. Debbie is in the house. Hello, and thank you for coming. Jersey says, I love my Quilt-As-You-Go. Absolutely. The sky's the limit with these. You can do so much, even with just one block. Let me see. Everyone's talking. Teresa, how many quilts did you do last year? 72 total. 13 of which were legit kit. So the girl was a little bit busy. Jenny, hello, everyone. My first time here. Hope you're staying warm and safe. Welcome, Jenny. And thank you for subscribing to our channel. We humbly appreciate you also being a channel supporter. Welcome, welcome. Jersey says, I love the beat. So happy, tappy. I love that song. Joe puts a lot into all of everything that he does to keep this channel running. Brandy H. done. So with Debbie, hello, hello. Lord Lenny's in the house. Joy, hello. Good to see the channel supporters. Absolutely. I love it when the channel supporters come in and we all go squirrel rogue. I'm telling you. Guess who, Nancy's giving the thumbs up. Josie, hello from North Carolina, watching while doing the dishes. Well, welcome. I hope I can keep you a little bit of company along the way. Let me see where my chat jumps on me, and I'm sorry. Good to see everyone. I already got that. That song will be in my head all night, I guess who, Nancy? Yep. Annette, hello. My quilty squirrel. Hello, hello. Glass Galvin, if I'm saying that right, I'm sorry if I've butchered it. Hello to everyone. Josie, hello, hello. Melina, hello, everyone. Lisa, hello. Brandy H. Tamara, hello, hello. Linda Denton's in the house. And Minnie Makes Stuff, hello and welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you coming in tonight. I find myself humming that tune at the most random times. I know. Isn't it awesome? 72. I'm impressed. Me too. And I could do a slideshow of all of those. I'm telling you, it's been a fun year of projects. I have not only do my own here with you guys, I do some work with legit kit testing and things. And then I also have customer quilts that we do push out. So the girls are a little bit busy here on the home front. So, let me do the Harper update first. Yesterday, Harper celebrated her 9th birthday at the Ronald McDonald House with just mom and dad. Her other grandfather got her a birthday cake, and let me see, Cindy Rang and her crew at the Fabric Patch sent her a nice box to give blessings to all the kids at the Ronald McDonald House. And Cindy, when you watch this, we humbly appreciate all that you've done from all of your supporters, all of my supporters, and YouTube worldwide for all that yous have done. Yous have blessed us beyond measure and more than what we could ever have asked. And anybody that still wants to mail cards for Harper to keep her upbeat, Valentine's Day's coming up, and I'll be hitting landmarks for as long as this little needs us over there, you know. If you want to send her a Valentine card, she loves to just sit and read the cards. Right now, she is out of school and just working at getting stronger and getting healthier each and every day and doing her best while we wait on this hand-picked heart from God for her. So please keep those blessings coming, all the love in the cards, but mostly she needs your prayers. And God hears every one of them. Brandy H, I'd love to see a trunk show. I'll see if I can get with Joe and we'll try working on something, but there's no guarantees for this year. We've got a lot of video footage. Maybe we can pull some and do some kind of a trunk show. And we'll do it as a premiere probably. Yes, the address, please. She is at the Ronald McDonald House in Pittsburgh. You would mail. I'll also drop this in the chat, and then I'll ask Joe if he could also put the address for her in the description box of the video. But she loves the cards more than anything. The prayers and the cards. It keeps her upbeat. And let me see if I can get this to copy and drop into the channel. So give me just a second. And I'm sorry I forgot to get that in there tonight. And if my mods could drop it periodically throughout the evening for anybody that does want it, I'd humbly appreciate it. Hold on 1 second, guys. I don't know what happened. Can you get us back in? Off the air. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on with the tech side of the house. So give me a second. It might have been a hiccup for all I know. So give the guy a second and he'll figure this puppy out. And in the meantime, I will drop her address for you and I'll look and see if it pops in for you. Okay, Jersey, let me know if you can see me or are you just hearing us? Okay, you're back. We have no idea what happened. Sorry about that, guys. It's been buffering, but you're still here. Okay. If one of my mods see anything, let me know and I'll text you guys. Not sure what's going on. Normally when that happens, there's been an accident up on the main highway and we get a power surge that bumps us. So right now Joe says we're good over there. I had to refresh. If anyone else has the same problems, refresh. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Wouldn't be a Monday Night Live without a tech issue. And we're just going to keep rolling. So tonight's project is going to be a fun one. And I've chose to do a special fabric line tonight. One of my dear friends, Day, gave me this, and it's called Between the Lines. And she blessed me with it. And I'll show you the name of it if I can get it to show up clear for you. But this is the name of it. It was 12 fat quarters. And I don't know if Joe can come down to the table or not. Yep. Okay, so for this, you're going to need a solid for your background. So I've opted to do white because I'm going to have a lot of color here. And it's got a real pretty, this is like a yellow and orange with a gold. I really think that's pretty. Then there's the purple. Some of it I've already cut up, so you won't get to see it all until we get done cutting. I definitely will not get the sew block tonight, but I'll be able to demonstrate how to keep the static out and a couple other things that you'll be able to learn, little tips and tricks along the way. And this is a really cute gray. Accuquilt with the Go Cutters, as you're working out your block and you're trying to figure out how you want it, they do recommend that you do a sample block. So I did do a sample today. It is not sewn together in its entirety, but enough that I would be able to show you a little bit tonight. But I know time's going to be of the essence tonight, and I won't get to go into all of it. But by the time we're done, I'll be able to show you just the two sections and how we're going to merge them together. And then over tonight, I'll continue to play with this block just a little bit more. Then Sassy will not be going live tomorrow night. And if time allows, with Joe and I's schedule and things, I'll try to come on tomorrow evening about 7:30ish and sew up the blocks, and I'll have them all laid out in a better form for you. That way you're going to be able to see them as they come together. But we shall see. So for tonight's project, I did pick the Whirling Star. It's going to finish at 12. And it's just such a pretty block. And I want to make sure I'm touching it right. This is what it's going to look like. You're going to need 4 different colors for each block that you're doing. You're going to need 2 lights and 2 darks. Easiest way to put it. And then as we go along, well, anytime that you're buying an Accuquilt, the dies, you're going to get the directions on the back, and it's going to show you how to lay out your blocks and how you're going to put them together for the assembly process. I've opted to just write little post-it notes here on my desk that's going to guide me along the way as I'm talking to you tonight. And I hope that helps just a little bit. But your outside perimeter, you should have whatever your background fabric's going to be. And that's going to help it pop. And for the inside, you're going to have your 2 darks, like your dark here, and then this, and then a focal. That's going to help break it up. So as you're laying them out, it's just going to be fun. I've got more than enough fabric for this project. I was going to do like just 12 You know what I'm saying? And work my way down. But I may go a little bit bigger because I do love this fabric line that Day blessed me with. So I'm going to make as many as I can. And right now I can't tell you how many that's going to be. But what I can tell you is the fabric line is stunning. It's beautiful. And this is going to come together really sweet looking. So I've given you the name of the fabric line that I'm opting to use tonight. The dies, when you do buy them, they're going to come like this. This is the Go Whirling Star Block. Each time you cut out, you can stack up to 6 on your cutting die. You have 2A, 2B, and 4C. It's going to give you your cutting measurements so that you can make one swipe, cut all of your blocks at one time. That's what I really like about this. It's going to be fun. So let me slip. I've seen that block and it's beautiful. Thank you, Brandy. Rebel, I learned today that I am over these 1.5. I bet you are, Rebel. That is going to be a gorgeous block. Rebel, you just cracked me up. So what I've done is I've taken the liberty to go ahead and pre-cut my fabric. That way I could show you as I'm cutting these out tonight just how to do these. And it's not really hard. And if your board gets a lot of static or your cover gets a lot of static on it, you can take just a piece of fabric and rub it really easy. You can take a dryer sheet and that's going to make it stop immediately. So I've also saw people take and spritz starch and that'll keep it from sticking. Use what works best for you. It does get staticky and I'm not going to tell you it doesn't. So the easiest way that I can tell you is take your time, be patient. When you take your finger, if you've never used these before, you can't feel the blade, but you can feel the indent really well. You're going to want to make sure that you do keep these cleaned out along the way and make sure that you do get them cleaned up before you store them again, waiting for your next project. So these blocks, the way that it's said in the directions, fabric 1, that's going to cover this side. I can give you the measurements for this because if you've got the die, you're already doing it. So what you're going to do is take your, I'm going to cut out the blue because I'm jonesing to do the blue. You would never have known that, right? So I've got my blue fabric and it says cut to place over the A. I've got 2 of each color, my dark blue and my light blue. So I'm going to lay these and you're going to make sure that your block is covered in its entirety. This is not rocket science by any means. So I've got my A ready to cut out. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate all your hard work behind the scenes. Absolutely. Joe is what makes this channel run. Your fabric 2, that is the same measurement. I did fabric 1 and fabric 2. You're going to cut 2 pieces of each. They're going to go in. Then your background is going to be your B fabric. So I'm opting to use white because I really want this to blend really well. So I've got it pre-cut and I'm going to lay it in, but I have not cut it in its entirety because I wanted to be able to show you that every piece does not have to be cut down. And I'm just going to fold this over right there because I don't want it to hang over. I'm just going to give it a little snip here and snip it off. Then I'm going to line it back up and that's going to give me 4 because there's 2 for each. Sorry, have to go to dinner. Needs to be made. Enjoy. No problem, sweetheart. So I've got this over my B. It's 3 1/8 by 11 5/8 piece if you're cutting it in. And then the next one is your C's. You're going to take your fabric C and you're going to use 2 whites I gotta get these lined up because I want them to be right. And then they're gonna lay over here. And you're gonna make sure that your block's covered in its entirety. So that is here. Now you're gonna go ahead and do 2 of your colors. So you're gonna cut 2 of these at the rectangle, and I've got that, and then you're gonna place it over the C. Whew. So we've got it ready to roll. Suzanne Taylor, hello. Did you put the fabric pretty sides together? Yep. This is a batik. So then you're going to lay the cover over it. I've got my machine turned on, and I'm going to just come right over, lay it on the bed, and then there's no fuss or muss to mine. I've got to go big, and all I'm going to do is come right in and let the machine do the work. You don't pull on it. There's nothing to do but just let the machine do all the cutting for you. Hi, Fallon. Welcome, sweetheart. So all you're going to do now is, if you lift it up, odds are pretty good that you're going to have a lot of static. So what I like to do is push down on the center just a little bit and start peeling it up. There is a little bit of waste with using this cutter, but not a whole lot. And if I have extra pieces I think I can use, I will cut those down. So this is how nice these turn out. I'm going to lay them here on the table. So this is going to be your A cuts. And I love blues. Aquas, teals, blues, you name it, they're mine. Love, love, love. So the next block is going to be your B. And if you're cutting according to the directions that's on the cutting guide, you've got this down. And then your C, all you're going to do is stack them up. You're going to use all 8 of the C. So let me get these picked up. So you've got your A. Let me see. That's the type. I have 2. Donna's looks fancy. No. Fallon, you're cute. So remember, you've got your A, then your B, then your C. So I've got my A's and my C's laid out together. And then I'm going to do the same with my B. And we're just going to lay those in. Just like that. It's not hard to use this, and as you can see from time to time, you will get a little bit of fabric that's going to get stuck down in these. That's okay, because all you have to do is rub it, and it honestly comes straight out. There's no fuss, no muss to these. And if I'm giving them a good cleaning, I honestly use just a damp cloth. I don't saturate it, and I just rub, and it gets all the lint and everything off. So I'm going to continue to cut just a couple more because I'm jonesing to get these blues, and I'll be working on those later tonight and tomorrow. But it's really important that you just follow your cutting guide, you lay them in place, and then you start moving along. Hey, hey, Heather, I hope everybody on the home front's feeling better and your father-in-law's okay. Hi, ladies. I haven't been on in several days, so happy to be here and learning a thing or 2 or 3. How's everyone doing? Christy, hello, sweetheart. So I've got my B, and you're going to want to make sure that you are following your cutting guide. If it says you only need 1 color, then you're only going to need the 1 color. And as I'm going to show you here, it gives you tips. It says color 1. That's here. Color 2, that's here. Color 3 is your background. That's your long rectangle. Place it right side up over shape B to cut. You're going to cut 2 of those. Place right sides up over the C to make the cut. You're going to want to make sure that you're up over just enough. Then your fabric 4, that's your color 4. You're going to place right sides together to make your shapes. This is not hard at all. It's just a little bit time consuming, but anybody could do this. And you're going to get that accuracy with your cuts. And if it says you only need 4 or you only need 2, take your time and just lay it out. What pattern are you cutting out? I'm cutting out the whirling star. It's going to finish at 12. Let me lay it down here so you can see how pretty this is. It looks kind of like a little box that's been wrapped up. And I think it's going to be really, really pretty. A girl can't go wrong with these, I'm telling you. And I love their directions. They're really easy to read. Let me see. Let me slip into the chat. Yikes. Oh, let me see. Okay, he'll be okay. He's got the sea bug. I hate to hear that for you. I'm impressed. What a convenient system. It really is. And you just lay them out and cut them up. It's so easy. And we all have those scraps laying in our scrap bin. Whether we're cutting at 5 inches, we're cutting at 10-inch blocks, whatever the case may be. Let me see. I did that a couple weeks ago. No fun at all. Let me see. Rest and elevate with ice. Me too. I fell down the stairs a few years ago and did the same thing to my ankle. This time it was on my morning walk and jog. Oh, Fallon, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. LOL, it's my birthday and I'm spending it watching Donna and Joe. Lord Lenny, happy birthday. If everybody can drop a heart in the chat for Lord Lenny, that would be so sweet. Let's wish him a happy birthday. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me tonight. That's really pretty. I think it's going to be really pretty. I love all the blues, but I love every color that's in this. So I want to make sure that I utilize as much of this fabric that I've been blessed with. And just over the next week or two, you'll see it coming together up on my design board. There's no way the girl's going to get all of these sewed together in a week or so. I've got other projects on the board. But what I can do is show you how to cut them out. I'll make my stacks, label them, and in the mornings and in the evenings, I'll get to sew it. So let me see. You feel better too. Teresa Louise. Hello, hello, sweetheart. Welcome. Reminds me of the pinwheel that you put in the yard. It does, doesn't it? I just think this is a real cool one. Back when I bought my machine last year, Day and I bought them together, and we pretty much, she bought the block and so did I, or we bought the boards, and that way we could sew these together. It's just fun sewing with friends. Let me see. Get well, Fallon, sending healing hugs and prayers. Absolutely. Let's not talk about scraps. I love scraps. I like breaking them down, and as low as I'll go is a 2.5. I'm finding I'm using them a lot now. And I'm going to be doing a quilt starting in March. It's going to be, the blocks are going to finish at 1 inch. Yeah. It's going to take me all year, but I want to see how many projects I do this year, and then I'm going to incorporate those into this quilt. So Becca gave me the idea, so I'll give her the shout out. She did. Looks like little postage stamps. So I think it's going to be cute. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it scrappy or do it like in a color wave, but it's going to be fun. Everyone's wishing you happy birthday, Lord Lenny, and I hope that it is as amazing as you. Are you making rope stuff? I always make stuff out of ropes. Absolutely. If anyone has ideas they'd like to see me do over here, give me a holler and let me know. No, your hands and eyes will be overworked. Oh, it's going to be fun. I'm seeing a bow and a ribbon on a present. That's what I see with it. I just think it's going to be so stinking cute. I got really excited when I pulled this, when I told Joe I definitely wanted to do the Go Cutter tonight and show how easy it is. I do not have an affiliate link with them. And out of all honesty, I think Tiffany does. And I know T Quilts does. So if you're in the market to buy these, I can direct you to them. I do not have, like I said, an affiliate link. I just love the cutter. It makes everything come together so nice. And it's just my go-to anymore. I've had it stored up on top of my cabinet to where it was more of a nuisance to pull it down. But now I've got the space set up over here. So you're going to see me using a lot more of my blocks and boards. You're going to see that a lot more over here. Let me see. Fallon, I hope you heal up and feel better real quick. Absolutely. Let me get a sip and I'll start cutting some more. So, like I said, these are really easy. You can cut them a little bit thicker. These are into stacks of 4. The directions say you can go up to 6. I have not done that. I see the outdoor pinwheel too. Yep. Absolutely. And I think that makes it cool. I just passed a gallon baggie of scraps. God love ya. 5-inch squares. Way to go. And like I said, the worst part, the hardest part of any of this, I starch anyway. But this was the new packet of fabric that I pulled out for this project. So I spent the afternoon ironing it down and getting it ready. And yeah, you're going to get little tidbits. And sometimes it might snag just a little bit. All you got to do is hold it really gentle and snip that off. I think the colors you pulled are so pretty. I am Jones, and this is called Between the Lines, Fallon. And I think it's just gorgeous. Day had blessed me with this. I don't remember whether it was my birthday or Christmas, but it's just I've been waiting for that one project, and I think this one is absolutely it to do this, and it's going to be fun. Hi everyone, sorry I'm late. You're never late, Louise. You're always on time, my friend. Absolute. So all you're going to do is just keep making your little stacks. I went ahead and also cut up some of the little collars. I don't know what I'll do with them, but it's just going to be fun to play with them. I figure I'm not going to throw the scraps away, so I'll utilize those up as well. There's not enough here for me to fool with, so I'm putting them in my recycle bin, and I'll figure it out later. But for tonight, I'm just going to enjoy sitting here with you guys, chatting up a bit, and cutting so that we can get all of these blocks ready to go. And like I said, I will probably try my best to go live tomorrow night and be able to show you a little bit more of how this is going to go. And just lay them in. Make sure that your stack stays as close to perfect there as it can. And just let the machine do the work for you, babe. Hello the right way. And I tell you what, I love having this out on the machine, on the table now. Definitely, definitely love it. And I'll just gently pull it back. And I'll just continue to cut probably the remainder of the evening. I've got a quite a hefty stack here to go through and get caught up. And some of these are getting stuck, so I can show you how to get those out as well. I think it might just depend on the fabric or a little spur or something, but like right here, you can see there's pinching just a little bit. And I'll pull that board up on the table and show you in just a second what I'm talking about. Right here, it gets stuck sometimes. So what I like to do is I'm not going to damage my board. I'm just going to pick it out and get it out of there. That way it's not going to hinder what I'm doing. So you always put the fabric right side up. I do, unless the directions would call for something different. If your fabric's directional, I would honestly just play with it a little bit and see what's going to work. I need a pretty pattern for a 2.5-inch strips. Ooh. Let me see. Ian did a pattern and it looked like you're going to have to go back into his videos. It was a Halloween one that he had done last year. That was cool. I did that one. And it was very random how he did it. So y'all, let me see. Hi, Donna. How many layers of fabric can you put through at one time? 6. The directions say no more than 6. She's using batiks. Yep. Hey, y'all, it's soccer practice. Lucky girl, lucky girl. So the directions say you can use up to 6. I've got my stacks in little stacks of 4 because as I lay them in and I go to pick them up, the pattern's calling for it that way. So that's just the way that I've laid them out. So I could get them cut up and ready to go. And you're going to, this one here I did not cut. So I want to make sure that I'm laying it in. I thought I had cut it. So I'm going to do the 4 and I'm going to come right up to the edge and I'm going to snip it off. That's just going to lay right back in there. Go end to end. You want to make sure that everything here is covered in its entirety. Thanks. I have a hand crank one and I've messed up some with right and wrong side. I can understand that. Now these, it says to use 4, but I'm going to go ahead and cut the 6 pieces at one time because I know this is going to always be that's for those colors that I need right there. Lay it back in, slide it down, and move it through the machine. Put right sides together, then they are ready to sew. Yep, when you take them off the board. Absolutely. And it makes it so much easier. And as you can see, I'm moving to the next color. So I'll just pick that up and just start stacking them in because I know that's the next set of colors. So I'll lay it a little bit at an angle. And then this evening I will separate everything down. But as you can see, there's very little waste. I was always under the impression there was going to be so much waste. But what I was doing was just laying the fabric in. I was not using it properly when I first got it. Silly girl needed to read those directions. And this is sticking into the board. So make sure that you're watching if you've got one. That must save a lot of time. It does. You can cut out a whole lot in one sitting, and then you can have your projects for the whole week. Whatever works for you and your brain and the way that you like to work. I like to, I call it piggyback stack, get a few projects ready, and then I can just get sewing. Wish I had the electric one. Some dies won't fit in my smaller one. I've learned to work with what I have. Um, Day and I picked these, and I believe they were on sale last year. And I want to say I believe it was Christmas time. Otherwise, I would not have it. I can tell you that. Girl only shops on a good sale. So I want to make sure that I'm covered all the way up to the ends. And make sure you're covered here. Lay these in. There was only 4, so I'll go 2 more. That way I get my 6. Would love to have a machine like that, especially with lots of cutting required. Absolutely. And it just makes the cutting go a lot quicker and it's more accurate. That's what I like about it. The accuracy, I would say. I believe 9-inch, 10-inch won't fit in the hand crank. I don't believe. Aren't they for the cubes? Donna, you have um Donna, have you done the exploding heart? I think it's behind you on the table. Yes, I have. I thought I showed it, but I can show it again. I have not got it quilted yet. I'm lagging on the quilting because I have a special project on the long arm. And when the inspiration hits me for that one, then I'll get to quilting. And then I'll just keep laying these in to this. These are your A stacks. These are your B stacks. And it's really important that you stay where you need to with them. These could be colors or they could be whites. The choice is really going to be yours, however you want to lay it out. I know this one had to be the background. These could be optional. Let me see. Donna, I got them during. Yeah, I thought that's what I did with you. Can you use a soft brush to remove the fibers that are making the fabric stick? I don't see why not. I just honestly push down just a little bit with my nail. No dog ears, no nothing. And I just literally sit and pick out any little frays that are down in it. But I'll show you the exploding heart. I'm not sure if I have it right side up, so you have to give me a second. Yeah. This is mine. Instead of doing the 5-inch blocks, I did mine at the 2.5 for the whole quilt because I just needed something small to throw on the couch. Got a couple more colors we can cut in tonight, and the purples and the greens I think will go really cool together. I'm going to change it up just a little bit with the colors and lay these in because I might play with this block just a little bit. I had the Go Cutter hand crank model. It came with a pick tool to help clean up those crevices. I think ours did too. The big does, and it won't go in the big. That's why it's electric. Yep. I'm not going to fill anything here because I believe I do have enough. And you only have to cut what you need. Bet you're glad you didn't do the 5 inch. It would have been too big. Honestly, it would have been too big. I like to add a quilt like laid over a sofa, over an armchair, and just help bring the holidays in. Very pretty. Thank you for showing me. You're welcome. I'll show anything I do. Everything's not perfect. And make sure that when you are cutting these, that you are flipping your board every other one. Love your heart quilt. Still on my to-do list. That was such an easy sew, Teresa Louise. You could do that one in an afternoon, beyond a shadow of a doubt. It was a fun, easy sew. And some of the fabric is fraying just a little bit and catching in there. And then I'll just stack these back down nice and neat. And just lay these in. It reminds me a little bit of cotton cuts because you got your directions and all you're going to have to do is lay them in as you're working your project. No, dog ears was my saving grace because this girl really does not like dog ears, but I'll trim them off. They've got fancy tools, but I honestly just clip them off with my scissors. Works perfectly fine for me. So I'm using another color for this set. So what I'm doing here is honestly just laying them in the same direction. That way I know they're different. Slice of pie, absolutely. The exploding heart is so fun. I've made two of them and just saw that they came out with a smaller version in pattern form. How cool is that? I used our regular pattern. I've since given it away on the channel, but I everything I just went half of what it was. I just didn't need. Hello, Debbie. Welcome, sweetheart. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. And let me see. I'm going to need some pretty yellows. So we'll cut up some of those as well. And I am putting them in stacks of 6. Where did you get, wait a minute, where did you get the exploding heart quilt? I don't remember the pattern. I know what it is. Day, can you drop the link for that pattern? I don't even have the pattern that I could tell you where it came from. I want to say Fat Quarter Shop, but I might be wrong. LOL. I was asking if the pattern is called a slice of pie. No, I'm sorry. I thought you were going for a slice of pie, and I was about ready to ask you to snag me some. I think it was Etsy. It very well could have been. Very well could have been. So all I'll do is lay these over, and I'll mix these up along the way as I work this. And it's just going to be a fun project. Slice of pie, quilt, Missouri Star. Yeah, that's not what this one is. This is the whirling star. Oh my. Fat quarter shop. I thought that's, thank you, Dave. I thought that's where we got it, but I just wanted to make sure, love. So we've got those laid in. That's going to be the end of that one. And I'll add, that'll be the end of that one. Might as well go ahead and cut these as well. Get these laid in. So who in the chat has one of these cutters or uses anything Accuquilt? Let me know. I'm just curious how many of us are out there that do use this machine. I do know I'll be taking the machine to retreat, and anybody that's coming to our retreat, I'll let you go ahead and pre-cut your, basically make yourself some little kits. I think it'll be a blast. Doing the color change, and I know that's stack A. So they did stick together just a smidge. That's the red and the pink. Then I'll pick this up. And I have a fabric scrap bin. That'll go into doggy beds or something. This machine must have been wonderful for people who have carpal tunnel. I still use my rotary cutter. I do 90% with my rotary cutter, but I've got this machine Joe got me last year, and I've not had the opportunity to really use it a whole lot. So it's time to get this puppy out and utilize it and make different quilts with these fun blocks. And I just think it's a fun way to share ideas. And I bet you're right. Those with corporal tunnel, this would help tremendously. Um, where's your retreat, Donna? It's going to be in Pennsylvania in June. I host a retreat there every year the same week. And this year we're sold out already. I have one, just got it last week. Awesome. I have a small hand crank. Walnut port. Yep. I love the venue. The area is beautiful. It's secluded. And it's just a time to come together with friends and sew. And look at everybody's creativity. It's mind blowing when you get a room full of quilters together. I just think that we have the best time. We play games, we stay up all night, we barbecue, sit out by the fire pit, sit on the patio, sew all night long. We bring our projects and work like nobody's business. And we don't even have to leave the place to have a good time. Got these last two stacks I'll get caught up. Like I said, it's just little bits. You don't have to use the whole block when you're cutting. You can use just that one. So excited. Absolute. Lisa, I have the 2.5 and the 4.5 strip dies, which are very useful. Absolutely. It's mind blowing how you can just turn your yardage or whatever scraps you have down into cool projects and have them ready. If you just don't want a pattern to sew and you just want something fun, you can just start stitching it in. Got a little snippet. I don't know why that one little spot catches, but I'll be Googling and trying to figure that one out, I'll tell you. Love those strip baskets. They were fun. I love any kind of fun projects. Sorry, I want to watch to make sure it doesn't fall off the table. Let me shut my machine down. Dishes are done on the couch with my feet up. At least I kept you company while you were doing your dishes. How cool is that? And then just pick out all of your extra scraps. And as you can see, it gets quite dirty with all the different colors. So before I put this away, I will clean it up and make sure that it's nice and tidy and ready to go for the next use. Brandon, let me see, he's messing up the remote control. It's now talking to him. You should. That would be fun. Um, what's nice about the bob is that you can make a whole quilt with them. Absolutely. It makes them just come together, and I not being mean, it's like mindless sewing. You just sit and you lay it out and you can streamline it. You could honestly knock a whole quilt out in a day. And it just makes it fun. So I don't even know what time of day it is. Let's see if I can locate my phone. It's 8 o'clock. So I am going to let you guys go. And I will try my best to come back on tomorrow night, either with a video or live, and show you how to whip these up. But over the next couple weeks, watch, you'll see this grow on the design wall behind me. And it'll be just fun to watch how it comes together. And I'll let you guys, with all these different colors that's going to be in these blocks, maybe we can work together and you can tell me where the blocks should go. That'd be fun. Sorry, just got home. Have watched you before and enjoyed your show. Love it. Agnes, thank you, sweetheart. You can, Donna. Absolute. Can I ask the question about the legit kits? Do you use a steam iron or a dry iron? I only dry iron. I never use steam on my legit kits at all. When the fabric comes to me, I starch and then I file it. And then I break it down into my kits. And I work the project, and then when it's done, I move those folders over to my storage folders. Becca has a fabulous idea, so you're going to have to slip over to her channel and have a look. See, she's using her leftover scraps from her legit kit for a special project, so you're going to want to slip over to Becca's and check out that. It's going to be fun to see what she can come up with the leftover fabric from a legit kit. I've got multiple kits of fabric, and I just keep stalking it because someday, somebody's going to call me like they can't call legit, and say, hey, Donna, do you happen to have this color or whatever? I have a lot of fabric, so I might take her lead and just start trimming it down into other blocks and see where it goes. Everyone, you have a fabulous evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. God bless you. Have a fabulous night, and I'll see you back in the next video so we can put some of these blocks together. Bye, guys, and thanks for joining us.